It's a new day in Lincoln, but the spotlight remains the same for Big Ten women's gymnastics. It's the Big Five meet session 2. Michigan State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Ohio State, and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights from the Devaney Sports Center. Why is this so important? Well, the Big Ten standings will tell you the story. Michigan winning yesterday have put themselves in a good spot with only one match remaining against Nebraska to clinch the regular season or perhaps share it with 3 of the teams we'll see today: Michigan State, Ohio State, and Minnesota. And good afternoon, everyone. With Olivia Karras, I'm Dean Linke, and just like yesterday, today's a big day in the Big Fives.
The fun continues. There's lots of gymnastics to be done this afternoon. Exciting stuff from all 5 teams in this session, and I think everyone's really hyped up and ready to have a good meet score-wise and win-loss-wise.
And I know you're ready to go to work. Let's break down the 5 teams in alphabetical order.
Let's talk about the Michigan State Spartans. They had a phenomenal season last year, and the momentum has just continued, and these 3 athletes are key to their success. Nikki Smith, the freshman, jumping right in to help out. Skyla Schulte and Gabby Stephen have just picked up where they left off last year. Minnesota graduated 2 of their best in program history in Lexi Ramler and Anna Loper, but Maya Hooten, Hallie Remlinger, and Gianna Gerdes picked up the slack for them. Specifically, Maya Hooten, ranked number 1 in the nation on floor. Get ready for that floor routine. It is special. And the hosts, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, have been led by 2 all-arounders and their event specialist superstar in Clara Colombo. Lots of exciting stuff happening from Nebraska as they put together a meet and look for a big score this afternoon.
And it is time to give some love to the Ohio State Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes have been dominant this season. They are filled with program records and career highs, specifically from the phenom that is Peyton Harris, the freshman, really leading this Buckeye team to success. But the Scarlet Knights from Rutgers are on the rise, playing with depth and building their lineups to create the best possible meet to get the best score. Hannah Joyner breaking her own program record, holding the number 1 career all-around high in the books. She's the one to keep your eye on as she's the difference maker.
And Mike Rowe, the top man for Michigan State, already with a big win over Michigan, his 6th season, 9th overall. This their first meet since those tragic shootings. We send our best to the Michigan State family. Mike Rowe, a breath of fresh air. Speaking of a breath of fresh air, Jenny Hansen, a graduate of Minnesota back in 2004, now in her 9th season, 6 times she's taken Minnesota to the NCAA Regionals. Stepping up in a big way as the host of the Big Fives, Heather Brink and Nebraska. Heather Brink, a national champion all-arounder from Nebraska, staying at her alma mater, now in her 5th season as the head coach. And for the Ohio State Buckeyes, a 2-time national champion at Utah, now in her 6th season, Meredith Polisiewicz really has the Buckeyes cooking. And then Rutgers, led by Umi Salim Beasley. She had a perfect 10 as a gymnast at West Virginia on the bars. Positive from Umi Salim Beasley.
And she is not afraid to call out judging, to call out inconsistencies in judging. There's been a lot of talk this season about overall inflated judging, unfair, inconsistent, you name it. And Umi's been at the forefront of calling everyone out for that, asking for change and consistency as her athletes deserve it.
See Michigan State, they will start on the bars in the first rotation. Jenny Hansen's Minnesota Golden Gophers will sit out. Remember, there's 5 teams, 4 rotations. You see Meredith Polisiewicz in the back of your screen as Ohio State will start on vault. The Spartans again on the bars with their 26. The Buckeyes, by the way, 11th nationally on the vault. On the beam, Nebraska 26th in the country, and on the floor, Rutgers 37th. In the country. A 4-ring circus will be running all over the place, but we'll do our best to let you see as many athletes as possible, including last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Skyla Schulte, who had a 9.85 season high, 9.95 career high, 9.8 in her last meet. The sophomore from Illinois from Phenom Gymnastics.
And Skyla makes it happen in this routine. Immediate shapash to bail handstand connection. Very nice. A little leg separation on the backswing. Gorgeous handstand position. Both handstands were hit perfectly. And a stick to start things off for Skyla Schulte. That is quite literally the most perfect way you can start a meet for Michigan State.
Tori Vetter, the redshirt freshman from Hilliard, Ohio, 9.875 career high.
Opening vault for Tori, a full twisting Yurchenko, 9.95 start value. Hopped there on the landing, but the position in the air was excellent. Judges will just deduct for that hop.
We are off and rolling. Asia Hall, first to go, the sophomore from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Hopes and Dreams Gym, 9.875 career high. She is up and ready on the beam.
Asia is a lovely balance beam leadoff performer. It's arguably the hardest spot in any lineup in the meet as she sets the tone for this Nebraska lineup. And just by doing that beautiful execution on her opening acro series, lovely front aerial. Her lines are beautiful as she flows through her routine very well. Gorgeous position, split jump to a split ring. A little balance check on the landing, nothing major, but the judges will deduct for the slight shoulder dip.
She does have one individual title on the beam this year.
Round off 1.5 twist, hop forward. Unfortunately not a stick, but a great leadoff performance for Asia Hall.
Gabby Stephen, moments ago, 9.875 season and career high from Midwest Elite Gymnastics.
Beautiful opening skill. It's a Maloney. Good work there in her connection. Clear hip to bail handstand. Nice execution, specifically with keeping the legs together, and great final handstand. See if she can get the stick as well. Oh, minimal hop back on the landing, but she's such a dynamic bar worker. I love seeing her hit those routines.
Raina Mollis, the senior from Dublin, Ohio, 9.925 career high.
Another full twisting Yurchenko. Bravo! That was a stuck landing. Exactly what the Buckeyes need in this opening rotation. Minimize those deductions. Great work. Wow, I'm loving that over on vault for the Buckeyes.
Emma Simpton, second up, the sophomore from Dallas, Metroplex Gymnastics, career high, 9.925 set this year, and she set it again in her last meet. Nice.
Triple series to open it up. She looked very close to the end of the beam, but was aware of where she was and kept herself in perfect body position. Nice cartwheel there. All balance beam performers need to do a backward skill and then a forward or sideways skill, so that was fulfilling that requirement.
Just like Hall, Simpton also has a beam title this season.
Difficult leap combination there. She took her eyes off the beam. And just the dismount. Smallest shuffle on the landing, but the Cornhuskers did not. They're not giving things up. They came to play today.
Well, which is nice because the crowd is here and they want to see him do well. Nicole Riccardi, the junior, 9.875 career high.
Very nice vault. I always love watching Nicole vault. She just needs to be a little bit more patient on that landing. But great work.
Olivia Zarmani, third up for Mike Rose, Michigan State Spartans. She's from Statesville, North Carolina, 9.9 career high.
Gorgeous opening element there. A big floaty pack salto. Slight adjustment on her handstand, but check out that combination. Uber difficult. Little shy on her final handstand. Let's see if she can get the stick. And a hop backward on the landing. Not a perfect landing as we saw in the first routine by Skyla Schulte, but 3 excellent hits for the Michigan State Spartans.
Fourth up on the vault for the Buckeyes, Sydney Jennings, the fifth-year senior out of Rochester, Michigan, 9925 career high.
Another full twisting Yurchenko. Most minimal hop backward. That vault is so technically perfect in the air. The technique is lovely. The body position is great. She just couldn't quite get the perfect landing.
Allie Garr, the freshman from Round Rock, Texas, J&R Gymnastics, the transfer from Arkansas with a 9.8 career high.
Allie opens up with her acrobatic series. Back handspring layout, step out, lift of the front leg, which the judges will deduct for the balance check as well as the leg lift. It's her split combination. Split jump to split three-quarter, slightly shy of 180 degrees. The judges are looking for a perfect 180-degree split. That is a requirement on balance beam and floor exercise. Nice job bringing it back on her side aerial element. Very well done. Just the dismount. Switch leap into a gainer pike. Difficult combination. Good job on the landing. She definitely finessed that a bit after the first wobble in the beginning. The rest of the routine was pretty near perfect.
95 for Jennings. Peyton Harris, career high, 995.
Here's your first look at a 10-0 start value. Yurchenko 1.5 twist. It's the most minimal little shuffle on the landing. I'm not going to give it a perfect stick, but my gosh, is she talented, and she's just a freshman.
And she did tie her career high of 995.
Wow.
That was her score, and that's why Meredith Polisivic is pretty fired up. Jory Jeckard, the senior from Haslett, Michigan, 9925 career high. Next to go on the bars for Mike Rowe and Michigan State.
Beautiful opening handstand. She did her first connection right into the bail handstand. Beautiful lines on the handstand catch. Nice job working through her final handstand and the dismount in combination. There's a step landing. Mike Rowe loves it. The team loves it. That's what they needed to do to get back on track.
Final vault for the Buckeyes, the senior from Richmond, Virginia, Lexi Edwards, 995 career high.
And hang on, this thing's huge. Oh, I just want to see her stick it. I've seen it a couple times, and it's miraculous when she can find that landing, but the vault itself is immense in the air.
Maya Jones, third on the floor for Rutgers. The sophomore from McKinney, Texas, went to Independence High School in Frisco. 9.8 season high, career high, and that's what she scored in her last meet.
Nice 1.5 front layout. Her combination pass.
Let's talk leotards. I'm digging the R for Rutgers, and I'm digging the Buckeyes for Ohio State on the back.
I love the school spirit represent. Great finish to her routine. Nice job on that final pass.
Fifth up for Michigan State. They're 26th in the nation on bars. It's Nikki Smith, the freshman from West Bloomfield, Michigan, part of the Eurostars. Nikki Smith put on a show that upset over Michigan.
Beautiful opening sequence. Maloney into a pack salto. Gorgeous half turn, finishing perfectly in handstand. That's lovely. Excellent work on the handstand. If she could get the stick here, this could be huge. Oh, so minimal. It is so small of a little hop, scoop, so to speak, backward. But Nikki Smith is just phenomenal.
She truly is. Now we go to Clara Colombo. 9.85 career and season high, 9.8 in the last match. She was born and raised in Italy. Colombo, one of the leaders of the Cornhuskers.
Clara opens up with her triple series. Front aerial to 2 back handsprings. Slightly off, but did a great job staying tight in her body to minimize any deduction. difficult split jump into a double stag jump, taking both eyes off the beam.
Won the Arthur Ashe Jr. Sports Scholar and the Tom Osborne Citizenship Team Award for Nebraska. A little wobble there.
You're right, Dean. Very, very small wobble on her full turn. Dismount for Clara. Cartwheel 1.5. Hop on the landing and a little to the right. That's a directional deduction that the judges will also take.
Here's Emily Wood, 9.9 career high on the floor for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Beautiful opening pass there. Rudy to lay out, step out. And I love her smile and performance on floor exercise. It's so fun and inviting.
Junior from Kingsland, Georgia.
Difficult triple leap combination, done very well.
Season high 9.85, just under that career high of 9.9.
Final pass, very difficult, front double twist. Little bobble there on the landing. She did not fall though, so that's great. But the judges will deduct for the slight hesitation and balance check.
Final bars for Michigan State, Delaney Harkness, the junior from Leslie, Michigan. 9.95 career high, season high 9.9, had a 9.85 in their last meet.
Huge opening connection, clear hip to a Ginger, one of the harder release moves performed in NCAA gymnastics. Really nice final handstand, so precise on top of the bar. Her dismount's a full twisting double tuck with a little step and a hop backward. Fortunately, the judges will deduct for both of those adjustments, but the routine itself is just excellent.
Always a treat to see Emma Spence, the Canadian from the Dynamo Club Gymnastics, with a 9.925 career high.
A little off on that opening, very difficult skill, but she added some extra arm choreography and really minimized the deduction. What a veteran move. Same series as Clara, front aerial into 2 back handsprings, very well done.
Spence has led Nebraska with 2 all-around titles this season.
Switch leap into a beat jump. Good job working through that split position. The judges are paying attention to that.
Alternate for the Canada Olympic team in 2020 in Tokyo.
Just the dismount. See if she can get the stick. Round off 1.5. Small hop forward on the landing, but on the beam, that routine was near perfect. Great work.
Hannah Joyner, who keeps breaking her own records meet after meet. 9.95 career high set this year. The senior from Waldorf, Maryland, having herself at quite a year.
Talk about setting records and then breaking them because you're just that good. It's been quite a treat watching her build up this program. Second pass for Hannah. Combination pass, front full to a front layout. Great work being aware of the line. She did stay in bounds, as stepping out of bounds is a flat 1/10 deduction, but no issue there for Hannah. Beautiful split straddle positions in her leaps. Final pass, combination 1.5 to a front pike. Beautiful work. All of her routines are just carbon copies of each other, so consistent.
Last up for Nebraska on the beam, Sophia McClellan, 9.925 career high, season high 9.9, last meet 9.85 for the junior from California by way of BYU.
Sophia opens up with that very difficult double wolf turn. Unbelievably hard to do. She made it look very easy.
Sophia with 2 beam titles this year for Heather Brink and the Cornhuskers.
Back handspring layout, step out. Was a little off and thought on her feet to take that step backward, which was very nice. She has such a calming yet confident presence on balance beam. Moves through this routine with lots of intention.
Part of Paramount Elite Gymnastics.
Difficult triple jump combination, ending with the double stag jump. Dismount for Sophia, back handspring tuck 1.5. There's that stop landing that they were looking for. She's like a cat with that landing. She always finds it and is so good at seeing the ground, holding the stick, and nailing it.
Emily Lease, the junior from Lancaster, PA, 9.925 career high set this year at a 9.775 in the last meet.
Great opening skill there, a full in. Unfortunately, she did step out of bounds, so that will be a 1/10 deduction penalty taken off the routine at the end. For Emily, her combination pass, very difficult to do at the end of the routine. Front through into a double tuck, perfect controlled lunge out of that tumbling set, exactly what the judges are looking for a 0 deduction landing.
Off and rolling at the Big Fives in Nebraska. Rotation number 1 ready. Peyton Harris, part of the young class for Ohio State. When we return, Maya Hooten hits the floor for Minnesota. Oops, when the Gophers take on the Huskers. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Speaking of the Cornhuskers, great to be back at the Devaney for day 2 of the Big Fives. Yesterday it was Michigan pushing their record to 7-1, but a great show from Larissa Libby and the Iowa Hawkeyes.
They had a phenomenal competition. In particular, that vault lineup was one of the best I've ever seen them do. So I love the climb that's happening at this point in the season as we move toward championships in a couple weeks.
Which will be in Iowa City, where you got to figure the adrenaline will be popping for the Hawkeyes.
And the Hawkeyes know how to put on a show, so that's going to be fun.
Peyton Harris, your all-around leader through 1 rotation, a superstar freshman, all solid scores, a 49.3.
And that 9.875 in the second spot by Raina Malice is crucial. That stuck landing was fantastic, kept the momentum moving for the Buckeyes on vault. So those first few positions are very important as they help set the tone.
Of course, you see the scores through the first rotation with Minnesota sitting out on the bottom. Skylar Schulte got things rocking with a 9.85, and then Harkness with the anchor with a 9.85, and Jory Jackert also with a 9.85.
Lots of good stuff on uneven bars for the Spartans. I thought they were a little bit underscored, if I'm being fully honest, but they did give away a couple tenths here and there on landings, so we're going to hear landings a lot. That is the key difference maker in who comes out on top in this competition.
If you're Heather Brink, 49.075, you start on the beam in front of the home crowd. What do you think? 49.075.
You take a deep breath because Beam is done, and you move on to what's next. And that's a great opening score for the Huskers. The highlight for me was Sophia McClelland. She has just come in and taken this Huskers beam rotation up a notch in her calm nature on the event. The difficulty, that stuck dismount at the end was just a chef's kiss. So she's really a difference maker for Nebraska.
You nailed it, finishing it off with a 9.875. And then Rutgers, their best score coming from who else? Hannah Joyner with a 9.825.
A little trouble on floor exercise for Rutgers, but Emily Wood's routine was lovely. A little bit of a bobble on the last landing, but the last three athletes there, Emily Lease, obviously she did step out of bounds, so that routine would have scored higher had she stayed in bounds. So a couple things here and there that those tenths add up ultimately, but I know Umi is great at getting her team back on track, and they have a couple of their best rotations coming.
Umi did see her team on the floor get a 49.425 this season against Maryland. We went to break after the first rotation talking about Maya Hooten. She has had multiple 10s on the floor, including one this year, not that long ago, as she is working her way into form for the Big Ten Championship.
She also happens to be ranked #1 in the entire nation. Not the Big Ten, not anything like that, the entire nation. So you're seeing the best athlete on that event this afternoon, and I mean, she is really pushing for a national title on that event because it's pretty special.
Final instructions for the Michigan State Spartans. We started out our coverage on the Big Ten Network in East Lansing with their first win over Michigan since 2007. Nice mixture of veterans and youngsters as well. Of course, as we mentioned, Schulte, last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Michigan State, 30th in the country on beam, with Nebraska sitting out this rotation. Ohio State, 16th in the country on bars. Rutgers, 46th in the country on vault. And Minnesota, led by Maya Hooten, 10th on the floor. We will start on the beam with the Spartans. Gianna Khalifi, 9.925 career high, season high 9.875.
Gianna is a fantastic balance beam leadoff performer. Very solid as a competitor. Head coach Mike Rowe told us that his hands don't sweat anymore when this team is on beam. That's a good sign when your coach is watching along, enjoying on the sidelines. And just like that, triple series, two back handsprings into a layout step out. So calm and confident on her landing. Really nice switch leap into a tuck full. Just hit perfect splits position on her switch leap. So very nice work there.
Sometimes under the radar, but worth mentioning, she was second team All Big Ten last year.
Dismount, cartwheel, gainer full to a stuck landing. I mean, it doesn't get better than that as a leadoff performance, and I hope the judges reward her for that, even though she was first.
The Buckeyes, the uneven bars, where they're 16th in the country. Emma Pritchard, the leadoff, 9.85 career high, season high 9.825.
Nice opening handstand for Emma. Big Ginger release move directly connected to a shoot over. Lots happening in that opening sequence. Slightly shy of handstand and a little over on the blind full, but a stuck landing for Emma Pritchard. Great job leading off that bar rotation for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes mean business. That's what I'm seeing out
They
there right
sure
now.
do.
Valentina Lorente Garcia up for Rutgers.
Good vault for Valentina. A little bit flat in the air. She didn't quite get a pop off the table as we saw previously from the Buckeyes, but a good leadoff vault for Rutgers as they head on in this rotation.
Harris, your all-around leader through one rotation with that great job on the vault, now on the bars, where she has a career high of 9.875. We can tell you Khalifi, by the way, tied her career high on the beam, 9.925 for the Spartans.
Well deserved, as we're seeing Peyton Harris short on that handstand, but great work on the turning element. And a hop forward on the dismount, a little under-rotated, so the judges will likely deduct for the under-rotation as well as the hop.
So now we go back to Michigan State, Nikki Smith, 9.85 career high set this year. She had a 9.775 in her last meet.
Talk about building momentum after the 9.925 leadoff performance. Gorgeous amplitude on her series back handspring layout, step out. Switch leap to straddle quarter, very well done.
On the team with her sister Naya, you got to wonder if her Nana is here. She got some major airtime in East Lansing.
I love it, and it's worth noting that she was coached in club by my former Michigan teammate, Nicole Arts-Cook, so I love seeing the Michigan community, regardless of school, come together and produce amazing athletes. Now check this out. This dismount is one of the hardest in the NCAA. Round off, double tuck, opened it up, went for the stick, a little low with her chest position on the landing and a step over, but what a difficult dismount to be competing.
Lexi Edwards, she gets rid of the brace after the vault. 9.925 career high, 9.875 season high.
Absolutely lovely combination there. And a perfect half turn. Normally gymnasts rush that turning element, but Lexi's really patient. Same thing there. Great job staying on top of the bar and a minimal hop backward, but her technique on bars is at the forefront of the country. So good.
Second vaulter for Rutgers, Gabrielle Dildy, 9.75 career high.
Another full twisting Yurchenko. Great work minimizing deductions on that landing. I don't know if it was perfectly stuck, but it was pretty dang close.
Delaney Harkness, third beam for Michigan State, comes in with a 9.875 career high. Khalifi, as you saw, tying her career high to start.
Nice full turn to open up her routine. Acrobatic series, back handspring layout, step out. Slight balance check there, but she did a great job centering herself back on the balance beam.
Harkness, like Khalifi, also coming off a second team All Big Ten selection a year ago.
Switch leap, beautiful job floating through those two jump combinations. Side aerial, tuck 1.5, little hop forward, but great job for Delaney hitting in that lineup.
Minnesota sat out the first rotation. This is Sierra Johnson, 9.9 career high.
Beautiful opening combination pass for the freshman.
Soraya Johnson, said correctly, now on the floor for Minnesota. Woodstock, Georgia.
Head coach Jenny Hansen spoke very highly of Soraya, said she's really been gaining confidence in competition. Final tumbling pass ends with a big double tuck. Lunge backward, moved her front foot just a little bit, which is not a perfect lunge backward, but a very minimal deduction for the freshman.
Fifth up for the Buckeyes on the bars, Nicole Riccardi set her career high this year, 9.95, coming off a 9.05 in her last meet.
Little over on her first handstand. Great save, bringing it back and gaining her momentum back with that massive single bar release move. Great job being patient in this routine. It's hard when you're off on the first skill to get back in your rhythm, but Nicole's doing very well. And a stuck landing, there we go. That's the stuck landing that they were looking for on her dismount.
Anna Pagliaro, fourth to go for Rutgers.
Good job on that ball. A little bit off on the table. Looked like she was slightly bent in her arms and didn't get as much pop off the table we normally see, but the landing was excellent. Really minimized the deductions.
Last bar routine for the Buckeyes, Kobe Miller, 9.95 career high set this year, 9.825 in her last meet.
And she is the reigning Big Ten bar champion, as she knows how to get this routine done. Gorgeous final handstand, perfectly on top of the bar. And a stick here would be big. Hop backward on the landing, just not quite as dialed in as they normally are on those landings.
Gianna Gertis, who has had a breakout season at Minnesota, as you mentioned, Ramler and Loper moving on, and Gianna Gertis has really stepped up in the all-around.
Coming off of only doing one event a couple years ago, then doing two, now doing four, and actually gaining her career high on floor of a 9.95 just a couple weeks ago.
She is from Delaware, Ohio, and Jenny Hansen has a lot of pride at trying to get some of the better athletes, not just from Minnesota, but she mentioned Michigan and Ohio specifically.
Final pass for Gianna. She ends with a double pike. Nice work, perfect control on her lunge. And again, that should be a nice big score.
We go back live to the beam, Michigan State's Skyla Schulte. 9.95 career high as a freshman, 9.9 season high. Last meet, a 9.8.
Just slightly off on her full turn, really worked hard to not wobble and minimize any deduction possible. Switch leap, switch half to a beat jump, great work. Loving this view of the balance beam, seeing just how small the beam is. Beautiful series, back handspring layout, step out. Beam is only 4 inches wide, so you're really getting a good view here of what the athlete sees as she's competing. Good dismount, little shuffle on the landing, couldn't quite be patient to control it, but great job finishing off that routine on a high note.
Hannah Joyner, the all-around superstar for Rutgers, 9.9 career high on the vault.
She knows how to find this landing. Oh, not today, a little off there. Looked a little just off overall on the vault. She didn't have as much height and amplitude as usual.
Hallie Remlinger, another athlete that Jenny Hansen took time to point out. 9.95 career high set this year on the floor. An emerging star, the junior from the state of Minnesota.
Gorgeous opening tumbling run there. Done very well as the score for Gianna Gertis comes in 9.925. Very, very good score. Combination pass, 1.5 to front layout. Great work. Final pass for Hallie Remlinger. She ends with a double tuck. See if she can control that landing. There we go. Excellent control. And another big hit routine for Minnesota.
That may be close to that 9.95. That was outstanding. Now we go back to Gabby Stephen. 9.95 career high set last year. Her 9.9 season high was set in her last meet. She's a sophomore, but she's a captain. She is a leader.
And hang on for this opening skill here. It is one of the hardest skills. A front aerial to 2 feet, unbelievably difficult. So much power is needed to perform that skill the way Gabby does it. Acrobatic series, back handspring, layout, step out. Man, the height on that is great. Good work on her jump combination. Little bit off, but worked through it by just stepping forward, which is okay. Dismount, round off, double twist. Hop backward on the landing, but great job for Gabby Stephen. What a treat that routine is.
Speaking of a treat, first pass ready for Maya Hooten.
Hang on, here she goes. Full twisting double tuck. Good work. Her front foot just tried to come off the ground, and she hung on as best as possible. Nice work on her jumps. Really improved since her freshman year. Second pass for Maya. Front full to a huge front pike. Oh! And she did land out of bounds, unfortunately, so that is a 1/10 deduction off her routine. Final pass for Maya. She ends with a double tuck. Gorgeous landing. Oh, unfortunately, she did have that landing out of bounds, which is a total bummer, as I know she's just trying to continue chasing that perfect 10.
See Stephen with the 9.875. Bailey Garcia on the beam. 9.95 career high, season high. 9.925, the anchor for the Spartans.
Bailey flows through this routine so well. Gorgeous confidence on her back handspring layout, step out. The Spartan beam team is dialed in to every skill they're doing. Front aerial to a beautiful split jump, excellent extension. Switch leap to split jump. perfect split positions. This routine is perfect so far. If she could get the stick here, this could be a massive score. Gator fall to a stuck landing. I don't know. That was surely worthy of a 995 in my opinion. Wow, that was great.
Emily Lease, last to go on the vault for Rutgers.
Full 1.5. Yurchenko 1.5. Great job. She has just improved on that vault every single meet. And a 9.9 has come in for her on that vault. Well done.
Tying her career high 9.9. If your name is Gianna, you are good in gymnastics. For Michigan State, Gianna Khalifi got the Spartans rolling, and Gianna Gertis, an all-around superstar for Minnesota. Hallie Remingler, pretty good as well. Speaking of Minnesota, they're great at the vault. That's what they'll take when we return. On the Big Ten Network is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Having a good time on session 2 of the Big Fives. Speaking of State Farm, let's take a look at our State Farm State of Success.
Check out the Big Ten inclusion in the top 25 in the NCAA. Michigan, my alma mater, at number 3. Ohio State at 13. Minnesota right there at 18. Of course, Michigan State, Iowa, Maryland, 19, 20, 21. And then the Illini coming in at 23. The Big Ten Conference has just been rocking it this season, and I love to see all of these teams being rewarded for their hard work in the top 25.
Coming up, the Big Ten Live tip-off show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Get you ready for Minnesota against Nebraska. That's next on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Third rotation, we'll see Mike Rose, Michigan State Spartans, sit out with the lead through 2 at 98.550. Ohio State close behind at 98.250. So Minnesota will be on the vault where they're 7th in the country. On the beam will be Ohio State. They're 21st as you see the Golden Gophers getting ready. Rutgers 40th in the country on the bars, and Nebraska 45th in the country on the floor. That is our third rotation. Michigan State, really for them, it was all about that second rotation. Really good job on the beam, which you don't say every day.
Great beam team. I mean, they have concocted the perfect lineup of 6 athletes that complement each other. They're different routines, so we're not seeing the same thing in every routine that goes up. And then it all comes down to landings. I've said it enough. I'm going to continue saying it because that is the name of the game. It all comes down to who sticks more landings in this competition.
There's the Nebraska huddle. Nice crowd here with Nebraska being featured on session 2 of the Big Fives. And they seem to be enjoying themselves. Nebraska back out there now on the floor. As we will start on the floor with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, as Katie Keeneman, the sophomore from Longview, Texas East Gymnastics. One final pep talk coming from Jenny Hansen. And here we go, Katie Keeneman, off and ready on the floor for Nebraska. Career high 9.85, season high 9.775, set in her last meet.
Opening pass for Katie. Big double pike. Beautiful landing. Was so aware of where she was, and a 0 deduction lunge is exactly what the judges are looking for.
2019, Katie was the Texas State runner-up in the all-around.
Such a pleasure to have Nebraska host this meet and another opportunity to compete on your home floor. Those are the moments you remember, competing at home on floor. It's so fun.
Remember, Michigan will stay in town to make up a meet on Monday against Nebraska.
1.5 front layout, a little low on the second salto, but she managed to minimize the deduction, land well, and a great leadoff performance.
First up for the Buckeyes on the beam, Emma Pritchard, 9.875 career high, 9.8 season high, 9.725 in her last meet.
Emma leads off both beam and bars. We saw her in the first rotation for the Buckeyes, and you're seeing why. So much confidence and certainty in her gymnastics.
Junior from Asheville, Ohio.
Big test here, back handspring layout step out series. Rock solid. Nice switch leap into straddle quarter, a little forward with her chest position on the jump, but very minimal deduction on that. Just the dismount, she nailed her landing on bars, and here to round off 1.5 twist. She is the ideal competitor to lead off the Buckeyes on beam.
Marissa Jex, the leadoff on the vault for Minnesota. They're 7th in the country.
Nice job, full twisting Yurchenko, stuck landing. The vault itself lacked just a little height and amplitude, but the landing, nothing to take there. Great leadoff performance.
Valentina Lorente Garcia, second up for Rutgers on the bars. 9.7 career high set this year for the Scarlet Knights.
Nice opening combination. Maloney to pack salto, a little leg separation throughout the combination. Great handstand on the high bar. Ends with a big double layout. Hop forward on the landing, but a great routine for Valentina. She's improved each week. It's nice to see her continue on in her career.
Alexis Hankins, second to go for Ohio State, 9.9 career high, season high 9.875. Last meet on the beam, a 9.825.
Alexis is a Lincoln, Nebraska native, so she always loves coming home. It's a nice crowd here.
Just down the road from Omaha.
Ah, Omaha.
Close enough.
Close enough. Off a little on her series there, had to lift one of her legs, so the judges will deduct for being off as well as the leg lift. But brings it back really well with the front toss. Switch leap to split quarter, great job. Alexis finishes off her routine with a double twist. Let's see if she can get the stick. There we go. That's what they're looking for. 2 for 2 stuck landings on balance beam for the Buckeyes.
Minnesota, Sarah Morral, 9.85 career high.
Good job, great vault. I love the height Sarah gets on that vault. Love seeing freshmen crack into these lineups, start contributing. Great job, just the step on the landing, but an awesome vault for the freshman.
Sarah Mora from Michigan. Gianna Ortiz now up for Rutgers on the bars. 9.775 career high set this year.
Gorgeous first handstand. A great piked Jaeger.
see Umi Celine Beasley, who had a 10 on the bars as an athlete at West Virginia.
Little off there on her blind full and backward landing on the double tuck. She had to over-rotate it, so she needed to take a step backward. So a little off on these landings here for the Scarlet Knights, but no falls yet, which is very important.
Peyton Harris, the freshman, leading the all-around through 2 rotations, now on the beam with a 9.9 career high, season high, and what she had in her last meet. She has been a model of consistency in her rookie campaign.
Peyton Harris competes like a veteran, an absolute rock across the board for the Buckeyes. Different series here, a front aerial into a back tuck. So difficult to move forward and backward and remain on top of the beam. Right into the dismount, a double full. A little bit of a bobble there on the landing, but tried her hardest to minimize the deduction as much as possible.
Hallie Remlinger, third to go for Minnesota, 9.875 career high set this year.
Tucked 1.5 twist, difficult vault, 10.0 start value. She was a little off center and needed to step backward as she under-rotated slightly, but a great upgrade for Hallie.
Aaliyah Aird, Rutgers, 9.875 career and season high set this year.
Huge piked Jaeger, a little bit off on the catch. She caught with bent arms, which the judges will deduct for, but excellent amplitude on that skill.
Sophomore from Winter Garden, Florida, Windermere High School.
Just the dismount here. Big double layout. Step back on the landing again. They haven't quite figured out the perfect sauce for sticking these landings, but on the bar, the routine was great.
Gianna Gertis, 9.875 career high for the Gophers.
Yurchenko, 1.5 twist, an upgrade for her since last season. Overcooked it a little bit and over-rotated, so that's why she took that step forward. Just needed to settle into the mat a little bit longer, be patient, but having those upgraded vaults is game changer for Minnesota.
Sydney Jennings, fourth to go on the beam for Meredith Polisivic and the Buckeyes. 9.925 career high set this year. Exquisite lines on the beam for the Buckeyes.
Definitely. She is such a beautiful athlete. Her lines are lovely. The different series here, you don't see this very often. She performs a back handspring. Stays really tight right into the side aerial. Flawless execution and a really hard series combination to perform.
Super senior from Rochester, Michigan, Stony Creek High School.
Lovely position in the air on her leaps. Excellent work. Nice and easy, on and off routine. Cartwheel gainer fall to a stuck landing. One of her best routines I've seen her do. Really great work.
Maddie Quarles for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. 24th in the country, ready to roll on the beam.
And she knows how to find this landing. Let's see if she can do it. Oh my gosh! That was great. That was great. That was the best fall I think I've ever seen her do, honestly. A little bit like separation on the table if I'm being completely picky. From the back, we saw that. As a reminder, the judges sit on the side. And she got a 10. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Sixth Minnesota Golden Gopher in history to do so. The last one was Anna Loper a year ago. Maddie Quarles with a perfect 10.
Oh my gosh, I can't stop smiling. That is so amazing for her. She's been battling injuries her whole career, but welcome to the perfect 10s this season, club. Maddie Quarles, one of the most deserving 10s I've ever seen. My gosh, what a treat.
Yeah, add her in there. How about our graphics team doing an incredible job? Fifth up on the floor for Nebraska, Sophia McClellan. Congratulations again to Maddie Quarles. McClellan, 9-9 career high set this year for the Cornhuskers.
Sophia is so fun on floor exercise. Lots of personality. Loves to perform. Beautiful front double full. Really difficult to do just from a punch.
See the scores before Sophia.
Nice lift on that second salto. 1.5 front lay. Combination pass. For Sophia. Big Rudy to double stag jump. Great work on her floor exercise. It's so fun having her in the Big Ten and contributing the way she has been.
Yeah, nice addition for Coach Heather Brink. Hannah Joyner, fifth to go for Rutgers on the bars, 9.925. Career high set this year in what has been a banner campaign for Miss Joyner.
Beautiful first handstand as she goes into her single bar release move. Well done, bail handstand transition. Nice final handstand, really nailed all handstand positions. And a step on the landing, again, can't quite figure out the perfect step landing, but Hannah Joyner always delivers on bars.
Ella Hodges, last on the beam for the Buckeyes, 9.95 career high, season high 9.925, coming off a 9.175 performance.
They call her Elegant Ella for a reason. Her balance beam work is beautiful. Her presence on beam is lovely. Little bobble there on her series. She did bend at the hip, so the judges will deduct for that. A difficult standing gainer layout step out. Performs it perfectly. Just the dismount for Ella. Let's see if she can get the stick. Round off 1.5 twist. She had it. She just didn't quite hold it perfectly before turning to salute the judge, but a great beam rotation for Ohio State.
All-arounder Emma Spence, last to go for the Cornhuskers on the floor. 9.9 career high set this year. Coming off a
beautiful front through to a double tuck. Controlled lunge, and Emma Spence just knows how to bring the fun on floor. Double wolf turn on floor, very difficult. Combination, switch ring into a tour jeté. beautiful and a wonderful way to end this floor rotation for the Huskers.
Third rotation in the books. Minnesota records their highest vault score this season of a 49.425. Why? That young lady, Madison Quarles, with a perfect 10. In the books, and Maddie Quarles with a perfect 10 for Minnesota. 4 gymnasts with a 9.85 on the bars. Gianna Khalifi for Michigan State with the best score, 9.925 on the beam. And a couple Golden Gophers, Gianna Gertis and Remlinger with a 9.925 on the floor.
These Golden Gophers came to play, but I'm excited. We get to see the Spartans on floor, and they can bring the heat on that event. So keep your eyes out on that one because it can be really special.
What a nice family outing to bring your daughters to elite level gymnastics. Absolutely love it.
That's the best part, is seeing the young girls and their parents and families who come and support these amazing athletes, because one day that could be them. It very well could, and they will remember coming to these meets and having a ball as they get to watch other young women and girls in the stands watch them. So it's a nice little train of events.
Yeah, great crowd, and it's worth mentioning again that Heather Brake in Nebraska stepping up when the Big Ten needed a school to step up to host the Big Fives. In the fourth rotation, Ohio State will sit out, and they'll sit out with a 147.35 score. Feeling pretty good about that. This rotation will feature Nebraska on the vault. They're 32nd in the country. Minnesota on the bars. They're 18th in the country. Rutgers on the beam, 29th in the NCAAs. And then Michigan State on the floor, 22nd in the country. This will be the last rotation for Rutgers. So they're hoping to bring a little heat here to close it out at the Big Fives. I love the faces that our crews are showing. The youngsters really enjoying the Big Fives here in Lincoln.
I love it. It's so much fun having a crowd there with tons of energy, and the youngsters just makes it even better.
Speaking of youngsters, Harris right now leading the all-around chase ahead of Joyner. She's at 29.525. Joyner at 29.325. Of course, there's still some scores still ready to go. Nebraska will lead off with Sophia McClellan, the all-arounder. 9.75 is her magical number. It's her career high, it's her season high, and it's the score she had in her last meet.
And Sophia can go from any position in the lineup. She can be the anchor on beam, the lead off on vault, always ready to step in where her team needs her the most. She competes at full twisting Yurchenko. And good work there on the landing, a little under-rotated, so she had to hop forward and to the right slightly. As you see, the lines on the mat are new this season. It's not a deduction if you step on the line, but it is more of guidance for the judges.
The older Smith sister, Nia Smith, the leadoff on the floor for Mike Rowe. 9.925 career high, season high 9.875. Nia Smith and the Spartans on the floor.
Big opening tumbling run for Nia, front through to a double tuck. Good work. Man, that thing is in a different stratosphere. Little bouncy on the landing, but nothing major, stays in bounds.
Yeah, you wonder about the floorboards at the Smith house as these youngsters are bouncing around all over the place.
I mean, seriously. Good leap combination, switch side to a straddle full. Notice the mat on the floor. Athletes are allowed to use a mat for landing. As Nia completes her second tumbling run, combination pass, 1.5 front layout.
How about finishing your pass and then having Skylar Schulte right there with a big smile right in front of you?
I mean, how can you not smile, right?
And your sister, too.
That's awesome. I love that they're on the team together as Nia finishes up with a huge double pike. A little bit over-rotated. Again, nothing major. Just a small scooch back on the front foot. So not zero deduction, but a great leadoff performance.
Minnesota, Soraya Johnson, first to go. 9.85 career high set this year.
Soraya is such a dynamic bar worker. Beautiful job on her opening connection sequence. Job working through that handstand and a unique dismount. A front tuck with a half twist. You don't see that one very often. And I love to see all the excitement from the team, from the coaches. It's so great to see the work that's been done on bars.
Katie Keeneman.
Good job. Another full twisting Yurchenko. Lack of amplitude a bit off the table, but the deductions on the landing are very small as she took the smallest hop.
Keeneman's career high 9.775. We'll see if she can top that. We're back to the beam live with Emily Lee setting her career high this season at 9.825, coming off a 9.65 in her last meet.
And Emily's really stepped up this season. Was competing vault only in a little floor last year, and this year has just come in on 3 events and has been a key contributor for the Scarlet Knights. It's her series, front toss to back handspring. Good job working through the front element. If you're connecting elements, your arms need to continuously move. She did a great job with that.
Excellent point. Great work from Olivia Karras, the 6-time All-American from Michigan.
Good full turn, required element on beam. Just the dismount left. Emily performs a front tuck with a full twist to a stuck landing. Beautiful job and great work solidifying herself in this beam lineup for Rutgers.
Gianna Gertis on the bars for Minnesota. 9.875 career high set this year. Proud to say that her mom went to my high school, little old Fremont St. Joe's. Marcy Gertis.
Beautiful job so far in this bar routine. Oh, I saw her stick that in warm-up, just the littlest step backward. But Gianna is clutch for the Gophers.
Asia Hall, 9.85 career high.
Big vault for Asia. Yeah, really nice. She has excellent lines all the way through. Her toe point is so beautiful. The smallest little scoot backward on that vault for Asia, but I love to see her really settle in her sophomore season.
Third to go for Minnesota on the bars. Marissa Jenks set her career high this year with a 9.9, coming off a 9.825.
Opening skill here, it's a ray, a single bar release. Good amplitude, little bend in the arms in that circle element, clear hip. Good job working through that final handstand. See if she can get the stick here, double layout.
Yes!
There it is! Rich is thrilled about that one. He's done phenomenal work on uneven bars with the Gophers and really zoning in on those landings.
Martina Coleman, 9.9 career high for Nebraska.
Pretty full twisting Yurchenko. She's capable of that 10-0 start value. Yurchenko 1.5, just the full today, but really great execution, little scooch, and nice job in the air.
Hallie Remlinger, fourth to goal for Minnesota on the bars, 9.875. You mentioned Rich Stenger, like Jenny Hansen, has been there 9 years. Oh, no!
That made me jump out of my seat a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen her miss that release before. It's so big, lots of amplitude, lots of height and distance, but just couldn't quite get her grips. It's what gymnasts wear on uneven bars on their hands. Couldn't quite get her grips over the bar to hang on tight. As she chalks up, athletes get 30 seconds to chalk up, regroup, before they remount the bar to continue their routine. A little short there on handstand as she continues through. Short final handstand. It's so difficult to get back up after a fall and a stuck landing on the dismount. Kudos to her for getting back up there and finishing the routine, as there's two more competitors and you never know what could happen, so that score could count.
Kinsey Davis, 9.9 career high, ready to rock on the ball for the Cornhuskers.
Kinsey can find this landing. Yeah, there it is. She is so good at knowing where she is in the air, opening up, seeing the ground, and staying as tight as possible. Just the littlest bit of soft knees in the air on the vault, which the judges will deduct execution-wise, but the landing was pristine.
Big hugs, lovely smiles for Davis. She is clearly one of the favorites on the team. Fifth up on the bars, Salas for the Golden Gophers, 9.925 career high.
Check this out. Blind change into a Corkina release move, so unique. And just a little shy of handstand there after the release move. Let's see if she can get the stick. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Bringing it back after the fall. Loving the hugs and excitement. It's so rewarding to come back after a fall and get everyone back on track.
Emma Spence, last to go on the vault for the Huskers.
She performs a Yurchenko 1.5 twist. Oh my gosh. It wasn't a perfect stick. It was super duper close. The smallest little hop forward. That's an upgrade for her. Man, is she money for Nebraska.
New career high right there, 9.925 for money, Emma Spence.
That was awesome. She has just brought it this season. So much excitement.
She knew it.
She knew it. Of course she did. She knew it. She puts the work in. She knows that that was what they needed.
Gabby Stephen, Michigan State, one of three all-arounders. Stephen, Smith, and Schulte. Stephen, career high 9.9, season high 9.9. Last performance 9.85. Gabby Stephen. Get ready as we'll bring you Stephen, Smith, and Schulte for Michigan State to wrap it up on the floor.
The triple S factor to finish up floor exercise.
Brings you in.
Definitely such strong choreography and even stronger tumbling. Front through, double pike, a lunge there. She did lunge forward instead of backward, which is ever so slight under rotation. For Gabby, she competes a two-pass routine, packs the difficulty in those two passes. Front double twist, an E-ranked element, the hardest you can compete in NCAA. fantastic routine. She is phenomenal on floor.
Last to go on the bars for the Golden Gophers. Maya Hooten, career high set this year, 9.95, coming off a 9.85.
Remember, with the fall from Remlinger, they need a hit to get rid of the 9.1. So far, so good for Maya. Good job, a little shy of handstand there, but the stick here would be big. Yeah, 9.875 on that bar routine. They needed it. Lots of hugs and excitement as they know that was what was going to keep them in this competition.
Hannah Joyner, love her mount here on the beam, 9.95. Career high, season high, and what she scored in her last meet as she continues to break records at Rutgers.
Opening skill here, back handspring layout, step out. Slightly off, but so much control in bringing it back over center on the balance beam to minimize the deduction. Beautiful switch leap, switch half, picture perfect split positions. Just the dismount, she performs a round off double twist. Excuse me, 1.5 twist. And a near stock, super close, smallest little bounce there. But Hannah Joyner just knows how to get it done.
Nikki Smith, first pass on the floor for the Spartans.
Full twisting double tuck, had a little extra juice there and slid backward so slightly.
9.9 scored already in her rookie campaign.
We love Beyonce floor music. How could you ever not want to watch that?
She works it.
Switch half to a straddle full. Second pass, 1.5 to a front layout. Good job lifting on the second skill, and the fun starts. Final pass for the freshman phenom, double tuck. Yeah, best landing of all three. And to think we get 3 more years of that, Dean, we are lucky ducks, let me tell you.
She is beautiful on the floor. Michigan State 22nd in the country on the floor. We mentioned Steven Smith and Schulte, but Delaney Harkness, not too bad as well. Career high 9.925. She'll come close with this 9.9.
Beautiful full twisting double back. So much difficulty in this floor lineup for the Spartans. Different choreography for each athlete, really matching their personal style. Beautiful leap connection for Delaney.
Junior from Leslie, Michigan, Leslie High School.
Final pass, a combination, front through to a double tuck. Great work, little over rotation, nothing major. Smallest little deduction.
9.9. Now we go live to Skyla Schulte with the power. 9.95 career high, season high, 9.925, coming off a 9.9. Last year's Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
She's a firecracker. That was the most perfect display of a controlled lunge on her first pass.
So much fun talking to her dad last year in Columbus. He was all in, big-time athlete, totally digging that his daughter is an elite-level gymnast.
Skyla's coming after two 9.95s from Gabby Stephen and Nikki Smith. She has a 9.95 career high herself, so she is set up right now if she can nail this last pass for potential perfection. Final pass, front through to a double tuck. Let's see if she can do it. Oh, a little too much juice and had to hop back. Couldn't quite control it perfectly, but I'm being nitpicky here. I mean, that routine was lovely.
Skylar Schulte in the anchor. Delaney Harkness in the third spot with a 9.9 major amplitude. Gabby Stephen, outstanding. And Nikki Smith, a freshman phenom, fifth rotation around the corner. Conference's best compete for the title. Don't miss live coverage of the 2023 Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships with Olivia Karas on site. That's Saturday, March 18th, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. And let me tell you, if that is anything like this Big Five edition, as we take a look at the scores and we take a look at the standings, are you kidding me? Check this out here as Michigan State at 147.95, Minnesota at 147.9, and you see those standings with so much on the line.
There is a lot of gymnastics still to happen in this last rotation, but these four teams, Rutgers in with a 195, 225, but Spartans, Gophers, Huskers, and Buckeyes, there is some this is a tight meet. There's some good gymnastics that needs to happen. We got to see stuck landings and hone in on it, because this meet isn't over till it's over.
Yeah, a lot can change, and you think about their rankings. So Ohio State is really good on the floor. They need a big score. They're 14th in the country. And let's also get you updated on the all-around story as Hannah Joyner in the clubhouse. But you see Gabby Stephen at 29.65, tied with Emma Spence from Nebraska, Gianna Gertis 29.625, and Skylar Schulte, who also had a big-time score on the floor at 29.6. What an exciting final rotation here.
And talk about close. If this is any inclination for what Big Ten's is going to be like for both the all-around story and the team championship. But last night, it was Miss Natalie Wojcik who took home the all-around crown with a 39.5. She was phenomenal across the board, in particular on balance beam, her specialty, and back in the floor lineup, delivered with a 9.9. Big smiles as she is using that extra year of eligibility, and she's not giving up anything in each meet.
Yeah, Abbey High School and Natalie Wojcik, super seniors. Last year we saw it for Minnesota, of course, and their two super seniors in Anna Loper and Lexi Ramler. Minnesota, though, like Michigan, they've reloaded. Michigan State, Ohio State, so many great teams. Maryland, Iowa, really impressive yesterday as well.
Super impressive. This whole weekend's been impressive, and it just makes me even more excited going into championships in a couple weeks, because you truly don't know what could happen on any given day, and that's the beauty and the curse of gymnastics, but it's the beauty of the Big Ten Conference and just how good they are.
Well, and quickly, the difference will be that night session, just 4 teams. That's kind of where you want to be.
That's right. That's the session with 4 teams, no buys. As you see, there's a buy in this competition, as there's 5 teams, 4 rotations, and then 6 teams in the afternoon session. But that evening session's pretty coveted. You want to get in there. You want to be in the top teams in the conference, and again, anything can happen. It's not saying if you're in the evening session you're going to win the championship. Historically, that has been the case, but it's a battle from every session, every team, at any event.
Yeah, I do feel like several years back, Michigan somehow got in the early session, but they won it.
It's possible. It is possible. Nebraska's come up, runner-up from the afternoon session. Anything can happen. So regardless of win-loss and standings, each routine matters, and we're getting down to it right now with this last rotation.
We'll start with Nia Smith at Michigan State. They're 14th in the country. Her career high is 9.875, season high 9.85. Coming off a 9.825. Nia Smith.
Nia performs a full twisting Yurchenko. Really nice job. Not perfectly stuck, but very minimal deduction on the landing. Good height, good body position in the air, and that's what you're looking for from a leadoff vaulter.
Could hear Mike Rowe barking as he'll say, "Dog's gotta eat." So Flea McClellan, 9.75, career high, season high, and what she scored in her last meet for Heather Brink and the Cornhuskers.
And the Huskers are in this competition. They've got to remain calm on bars, work through these routines. Beautiful work on that huge straddle Jaeger. She was a little off on the catch and worked through it well. Nice job on the final handstand. Let's see if she can get the stick. They need a stick. Oh no! Oh! Gosh, I was not expecting that. She just looked really off on the takeoff on that dismount. Thankfully, she got up and is okay, because that was very odd.
Emily Cook, the sophomore from Bloomington, Minnesota. Extremely elegant on the beam.
Emily is a great leadoff performer on balance beam. She's been in this role before.
Can tell you, Nia Smith with a career high 9.9 on the ball for Michigan State.
Beautiful back handspring layout step out. Slight soft knees in the layout step out and the back handspring. Judges are looking for perfect execution. Good jump combination. Landing sideways on the beam.
Cook with a career high 9.925, season high 9.85.
Check this out. Front toss on one leg into a scale position. Very difficult.
Is that in your repertoire?
Not for me. And a round off 1.5 twist. That's a perfect step landing. Big excitement, hugs. That's what they needed.
Bailey Garcia, 9.9 career high, second to go for the Spartans. They try to win this.
Good full twisting Yurchenko, not a stuck landing. Little scoot backward, but she is such a technically lovely gymnast. Her body position in the air is great.
See the 9.05 for McClellan. Genesis Gibson, 9.825 career high. Her season high came in the last meet with a 9.8.
Friendly reminder that 6 athletes compete, 5 scores count. So they can drop that score from McClelland if the next 5 athletes hit. A little shy of handstand there. Well, let's see if she can get the stick. There we go! Nice work! Get them back on track, Miss Genesis Gibson.
Nicole Riccardi on the floor. Kind of a new addition to the floor lineup for the Buckeyes.
They're testing their depth. Head coach Meredith Polisiewicz said that it's really important to give athletes the opportunity to compete as they move toward postseason. Big sky-high double pike, bouncy landing, so she did hop backward, and the judges will deduct for that. Nicole, round off 1.5 to a front layout. Little short there. She did a good job using some leg strength and not falling, but definitely a little shy of a perfect landing. the best landing of all of them. Great work for Nicole Riccardi. A couple things here and there, but it's important to get that experience competing in the lineup.
Skyla Schulte, very much in the all-around running, 9.9 career high 3 times.
This is big, full twisting Yurchenko. I was literally about to say that she just needs to settle into the mat and be patient, and she did that exactly right there. This is a fuego vault rotation for the Spartans.
Yeah, Michigan State trying to close out a tight match here as we go back to Clara Colombo. 9.9 career high, season high, set the last meet of a 9.775.
For you gym nerds out there, this bar routine is just packed with unique elements and difficulty. Eagle grip work, so difficult. This dismount is a highlight for me. Here she goes, double front, half out. Wow! That was one of the best routines I've ever seen her do. And they needed it right here, right now, as they're still counting that fall from Sophia McClelland. Wow.
Maya Hooten on the beam for the Golden Gophers. 9.825 career high set this year. That was cool.
Difficult candlestick mount, jumping blindly backwards, so hard to do. Opening test there, front toss to back handspring series, great job.
Maya Hooten with those puppy dog eyes. She knows how to zone it in. Oh, the jinx right there.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh, that is a fall 5/10 deduction. So that means all other scores are going to count. The dismount, round off, 1.5 twist. Beautiful stuck landing, not the routine that they were looking for, but good job finishing it up with that stuck 1.5 twist.
You see the 9.875, this is Sage Kellerman, 9.9 career high.
Different vault, front handspring, pike, half, not stuck. It's a 10-0 start value vault, but a great, huge vault with lots of amplitude.
Peyton Harris, the all-arounder for the Buckeyes with big amplitude, career high 9.9 on the floor.
Gorgeous double pike to open things up and a perfect lunge.
Colombo, by the way, with that great dismount, a 9.875 season high. Meanwhile, Nia Smith ties her career high with a 9.95 on vault. Little stumble there from the freshman.
Beautiful front double twist, but couldn't quite nail the jump afterwards. Did not go out of bounds, but definitely a decent-sized deduction there. A front layout, great control on the landing, and a great finish to her all-around day.
Emma Spence, uneven Nebraska, 9.875 career, season, and last meet score.
Emma has such gorgeous bar work. Unbelievably difficult combination there. She did not stop moving. A little shy of handstand. Another stuck landing. They really know they have to be on, dialing in on the landings, not giving away tenths in these routines.
Nikki Smith trying to help Michigan State close the door here. 9.95 career high.
Here she comes. 1.5 twist. Oh, so close to a stuck landing. smallest hop as it can get. Nikki Smith is on fire, and not just Nikki Smith, this entire vault rotation, my gosh.
Claire Gagliardi, 9.95 career high set this year.
Claire has such a strong and confident presence on floor.
Grad student from Hubbard, Ohio.
This routine is a tribute to her time at Ohio State, packed with school spirit.
The pride of the Buckeyes, the Ohio State University Marching Band with a little Hang On Sloopy.
Gotta give it to her. It's a crowd pleaser, that's for sure. Final pass, double pike. Small bit of under rotation. But if anyone can finesse a landing, it's Claire Gagliardi.
Kinsey Davis, fifth to go for Nebraska on the bars. 9.9. Season high, 9.975 career high.
Beautiful work so far. A little close catch on her Hindorf element, but works through it really well. A reminder, they want to drop that score from Sophia McClelland and need to be on. See if she can find the stick. Yeah! Checks her watch. Makes sure that everyone, judges and all, sees that she nailed that landing.
That followed Spence's career high, 9.9 on bars. Nikki Smith with a 9.95. Gabby Stephen.
To close it out, full twisting Yurchenko. Absolutely beautiful. That vault is out of a 9.95 start value, and she has been perfect before. That was one of the best vault rotations I've seen all season, if I'm being honest.
Lexi Edwards, fifth to go for Meredith Polisiewicz. The Buckeyes are 14th in the country on the floor. A big reason is Lexi Edwards with a career high this year, 9.975.
Tight, because this first pass is huge. You could have coffee under her in that first pass. I mean, the height is remarkable. Second pass for Lexi, 1.5 front layout. Beautiful. Work finishing her leaps all the way around. Final pass for Lexi Edwards. She ends with a double tuck. Oh my goodness! That routine was flawless. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. So much height. The technique is excellent. And that's what the Buckeyes needed, because the Spartans were having themselves a party over on vault.
Yeah, they were. They've set a new program record. Michigan State has with a 197.675. It's Emma Simpton. Last to go for Nebraska, career high, 9.85.
Beautiful combination there. Lovely half turn, finishing in handstand. Great job on the high bar. She just needs to land on her feet, honestly, here. There we go. A little off on the landing. It was not perfect, but that is a hit routine and absolutely will replace the fall from Sophia McClelland in the first spot.
Brooklyn Rowray, Fifth up to go for Jenny Hansen and the Golden Gophers. 9-9 career high set this year. She had a 9-8 in her last meet.
Beautiful series, back handspring, layout, step out. Switch leap, straddle half, lovely position in the air on her split.
Freshman from Carlisle, Iowa.
Good front toss, a little questionable there on her landing, so she did bend at her hips, which is a decent sized deduction, unfortunately. Switch side, beautiful straddle position, so much extension. Nice full turn as her required turning element. Just the dismount left. Ooh! Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it looks like she hit her foot on the balance beam. Really difficult skill to flip backward while moving forward. And thankfully she did get up and salute the judge. You see right there, her left foot hit the balance beam. Oh gosh, that was such a great routine as well. Happy to see her get up and salute, but unfortunately needs a little help getting off the mat. So really not the floor, balance beam rotation that Minnesota was looking for.
Ella Hodges, last to go for the Buckeyes on the floor. Career high set this year, season high, and her last meet with a 9.925. That's what Alexis Edwards just scored for the Buckeyes.
Lovely first pass, Rudy into layout, step out. Beautiful leaps as Elegant Ella takes the floor.
That could stick.
That could stick. Final pass for Ella. Gorgeous connection. Rudy into layout, step out. And a lovely way to conclude the Buckeyes afternoon of competition.
Yes, indeed, but the Michigan State Spartans with a new vault record set here in Lincoln as part of the Big Five with a 49.525. Now we see Gianna Gertis, the anchor on the beam for Minnesota. 9.9 career high set this season.
You see the numbers there, a little trouble on balance beam here for the Gophers. Just couldn't quite get into the rhythm, though a great leadoff performance by Emily Cook. Nice front aerial to begin Gianna's routine. Handspring, layout, step out. Little bobble there, had to bend over to the right side. Did not fall though. Split jump to double stag, really well done. Just the dismount here for Gianna. Back handspring, gainer full to a stuck landing. Good work on that routine. Again, not the rotation the Golden Gophers were looking for, but lovely to see Gianna Gertis continue to flourish in her season.
What a statement Michigan State has made. A program record 197.65 with one match remaining against Illinois. They could share a title with Michigan. The Spartans, led by the Smith sisters, rocking and rolling, as well as Gabby Stephen. We'll wrap it up when we return. Coming up, the Big Ten Live tip-off show presented by Auto Owners Insurance gets you ready for Minnesota against Nebraska next on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Take a look at the scores. Spartans strong indeed. When you think about what that entire university has gone through in the last couple of weeks to come out here with a 197.675, Mike Rowe has a legit chance to get the #1 seed. They'll face Illinois on Monday. And Gabby Stephen tying her career high in the all-around with that 39.575. Emma Spence with a new career high, by the way, for Nebraska. And here's where we stand. Michigan State's got Illinois on Monday. Michigan's got Nebraska. They both win. They share the title, but the Spartans would get that #1 seed.
As of right now, we are looking at Michigan State, Michigan, Iowa, and Ohio State in the evening session. As you said, Dean, there's still 2 meets to be had on Monday, but things are looking exciting.
And you see the situation. These can be found on Plus. #3, Michigan at Nebraska. Michigan clinches at least a share of the Big Ten title with a win. Michigan State does the same at Illinois. What a story. The Michigan State Spartans strong.
I just want to hug Mike Rowe and everyone on that team. I mean, what they have done today, and been through this whole week, a couple weeks. I mean, my gosh, bravo, hats off to them.
Yeah, congratulations to Michigan State. Don't forget to join us Saturday, March 18th for the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships. Michigan won it yesterday. Michigan State won it today. I want to thank all the SIDs, as well as Grace Amber, Jim Wrestler, and our crew. For Olivia Karras, I'm Dean Linke. Coming up next, it's Big Live, the basketball tip-off show.